Hey! Hey! How's it going, everybody? Jeff here.
And Jordan.
Yes. We are going to be showing, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. We're just going to go ahead and show you Forged in Fire, the new Mage Wars expansion that will be coming out here shortly. We're not going to go into full-blown details, but one of the things that we thought we would do is Arcane Wonders was kind enough to send us an advanced copy to take a look at. So we pulled out like 3 cards a piece that we thought were kind of cool for various reasons, and we thought we'd show those to you and talk about them. Tokens. Look at those tokens. So, why don't you start us off? What's your first card that you...
My first one is going to be Combustion. Incantation, Flame of School. School of Flame. The Flame of School! Yeah! Field of Learning. It's got some nice art of a dude burning up, which, you know, it's combustion. It's 5 casting costs, and it's quick action, and it's range 0 to 2. It's got to be on a corporeal creature or a conjuration. It's a ranged attack, fire, and it's a value of X. And when you do this, you remove all burn condition tokens from the target, and then the X attack value for combustion becomes X is twice the number of burn conditions removed. So if you take off 2 burn conditions, you're going to be rolling 4 dice. So this can ramp up pretty darn quick if you should happen to, well, we're going to have artwork, so it's going to ramp up. It could ramp up pretty quick, but overall, I think for a 5-cost casting, I think it's pretty cool. It's good artwork, good effect, and I would say inexpensive.
Okay. All right, so I chose for my first card the Goblin Alchemist, which initially was strictly off of the awesome artwork for the Goblin Alchemist. He's so cool. He's got a cost of 9, and he's a creature, a goblin soldier, a 2nd level spell. He's got 3 abilities on him that are kind of, so he's got a lot of options if you bring him out, which is kind of cool. He's got the Bottle of Flaming Oil, which is a 0 to 1 zone or range, and it's 2 dice, and you roll a d12. If you get a 5+, you get a burn token. You get to give a burn token. And then there's the Flask of Ultimate Dissolver, which is 3 dice, and again you get a d12, and it's on a 5+, you get to corrode. And then he has the Poison Dagger, which is 2 dice, and again with the d12, and if you roll an 8+, you get to hand out some rot. So lots of options available for this creature, which I thought was kind of cool. And again, the artwork for the Goblin Alchemist is just awesome. So this is my first pick.
There's no other game that I play where goblins are that buff and manly. That's so well played. My next card is Brace Yourself.
What is
it? Yes, exactly. It's an enchantment. What I like about this is that it's something you can play even if you're totally tapped out. It costs 2 to put down on your creature, but then it's a 0-cost reveal. So even if you're looking a little low on mana, you've got 0 or 1, mana left. Your opponent's thinking maybe he's got you on the ropes for that turn. You reveal this for 0, and the creature gains +4 armor. The downside is you destroy the Brace Yourself at the end of the round, but still, for 1 quick blast of defense, for essentially 2, I think this is a good investment. It's a level 1, so if you wanted to go crazy, you could put 6 of them in. I don't think I'd go that far, but it's definitely something I think is a good little one-shot defensive spell.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, like you said, that little sneak up factor too, where you are low on mana, so your opponent doesn't think you'll be able to do very much, and oh look, I can at least defend. I've got these defense I've already put out. It's kind of cool. I'll go with my enchantment. I took.
No.
No, I will.
Copycat.
Alger Mix Touch, which is 2 to put out, 1 to reveal. And it has Mage Bind +2, but whenever a burn condition on this creature rolls a 0, you may pay 1 mana to prevent its removal. So again, for a set that's really kind of focused in a lot on the burn aspects, this is kind of cool for you to potentially be able to keep burn around. So that is awesome. I like it. The artwork is kind of interesting. It's like a wolf with a burning hand on it. But I like that. If you're going for the full burn effect, obviously you want to keep it around, and it's a it's a level 1 spell, so easy to add into your deck as well.
And my final card is the big beat stick of the set, Sardonyx, Blight of the Living. Obviously, he is for the necromancer in you. Creature, undead, skeleton, dragon, so all the things that I like in my creatures. He is a whopping 24 to get out, but I think he is well worth it. He has no armor. He's a level 8 creature, just in case. He has no armor, but he's got 31 life, and he's got a lot of attack options. He's got a Crushing Jaw, which is quick action, and it's 5 dice, piercing 2, or the Sweeping Tail, which is just, or I should say the Tail Sweep, which is a 5 dice sweeping attack, and then his Poison Breath, which I heartily like. It's a full zone. It's only 2 dice, but on an 8+, it is dropping Rot, and it is unavoidable. His keywords take up most of the rest of the card are Psychic Immunity, Unstoppable, Non-Living, and Legendary, as you'd expect for a dragon that big. All the standard undead stuff in there. But the drawback, and all told, I think this is a minor drawback, because there's lots of ways to counteract this. Each upkeep phase, Sardonyx controller loses 2 life. That's not a big thing. I mean, there's soul blights and drain powers, all that stuff. That's going to keep me healthy. This is at 24 points. This is obviously 24 mana, I should say. This is obviously a late game card. So I should be in a position where I'm going to be regenning that 2 points every turn for no real problems. And for the dice that he can throw with his attacks, I think it's well worth it, especially when you add living creatures in the same zone as Sardonyx gain the finite life trait. So their regens, stuff like that. And this is undead, so this is going to go straight into my skeleton deck anyways. I've been rocking the zombies a little bit, but I think I'll swap out for skeleton just to stay thematic. Yeah, I think he's well worth it for a late game beat stick to go in there and just definitely whip up on your opposing caster, especially adding that finite life trait. I think at 24 points, I think this is pretty tight, and yeah, I'm definitely looking for a chance to get this into my deck as soon as possible. Spellbook, sorry.
Yeah, that was one of those. That was the card that if Jordan probably wouldn't have picked first, I might have picked. But we tried to make sure we brought you different cards all the way around, so we didn't double up on cards we picked. So my last card is more of just a kind of a coolish factor that you can add into the overall game, and it's Rolling Fog. So this is a conjuration. It's a cloud. It's a level 2 spell. Costs 7 to put out. It's indestructible. It dissipate 3, incorporeal, and epic. But all objects and zones in the arena have the obscured trait. So basically, you throw this down and suddenly you're working in a fog of war type environment where you can only range attack up to 1 zone away, regardless of what your range is. So that kind of, again, adds this whole blanket fog of war effect to the overall game, and kind of just puts you in a slightly different mindset possibly of how you're going to be playing. So I mean, if you are up against a mage that likes to do a lot of range stuff, you kind of screw with their deck this way a little bit, and you kind of run in with your melee stuff potentially or something like that. So just a cool effect overall. And again, the artwork is just awesome. I love the artwork on the Rolling Fog, so it was a cool card for me to check out and pick.
As with all their other sets, you know, just having gone through all the cards, the artwork is, as always, excellent. There's nothing in here that I've looked at that I've gone, "Ugh." And I'm known to be an art snob for some reason. So, you know, it's good artwork, both in the cards and the new, the Dwarf and the new Warlock. Oh, and on the subject of the Dwarf, the one thing they're adding for him is runesmithing. So he's going to have the ability to add runes to his gear, stuff that you gear him up with, and it's going to have effects like making, excuse me, mana cheaper, you know, or adding defense, stuff like that. So I think that's a good mechanic, a good add for to make this warlord a little different than previous warlords, and it's a dwarfy thing to do, man. Runesmithing.
Yeah, the alternate mages are really cool, both of them. Not only in artwork, but some of the abilities. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, we sat down and we went through all the cards real quick, and just from the quick look and trying to find some cards we wanted to talk about, it was a lot of, oh wow, yeah, I need to put this in my deck, or oh, I've got a couple ideas for this. So again, solid set all the way through that we found. Even some of the, you know, maybe more minor spells, things like the disarm and stuff like that. Just you instantly can think of a couple different ways to use them. I believe there's like 150 new spells in this one. There's slightly more cards than that, but I think around, is it 150? Yeah, I think it is.
No, it's like 149 cards and 51 spells or something like that.
Yeah, so total 150-ish new cards with, you know, doubled up and stuff like that. 41 spells, so that's what it is, yeah. So there's a lot of new options in here. Of course, you know, we get some tokens, you know, which we always appreciate, more tokens. Hey, look, there's even some armor tokens down the side. Thanks, Scott.
Acrylic.
So, yeah, overall, again, thanks to Arcane Wonders for sending us an advance copy to check out. This, the pre-orders have been up for a little bit. This will be shipping here this month. So people are going to be able to look at this real quick. But that's just a real quick look from us on 6 cards that, thumbing through, we picked out. And again, if you didn't already know, if you go over to the allusgeeks.com site, we did a Teaser Tuesday thing with Arcane Wonders as well. So there's like 3 other cards there that we showed off that we didn't pick out of these. So you can check those out as well. But if you haven't already pre-ordered it, get out there and pre-order it. It's a good set, and there's going to be a lot of cool options to add into your spell books.
Forged in fun.
Or fire. Fiery fun. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is something a little bit different, but we wanted to at least get out here and show you off some of these cards that we got excited about real quick. So hopefully we'll potentially be able to do some of this in the future, working with Arcane Wonders, since we've been having a wonderful relationship back and forth with them. So look forward to hopefully more stuff in the future. Thanks a lot.
See you later.